Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 11th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Friday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Friday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar. You can see that line of showers and storm moving offshore. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Take a look at the watch and warning advisory map. The Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Saturday, Sunday, and at the end of the forecast period, be day 4, would be Monday's forecast. We'll check that out as well. And if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. All right, as you can see here, we got a line of showers and storm moving through the Grand Strand region, fixing to move into the Grand Strand region. Also offshore in the coastal waters, moved through the Charleston area earlier, bringing some gusty winds, some large hail, and maybe some frequent cloud ground lightning, and also some locally heavy rainfall as it continues to push on off into the Atlantic coastal water. Just got lighter to moderate rains around portions of Chesterfield County and the portion of Kershaw County, also into Sumter County, and also down towards the Charleston area. A little bit of scattered activity moving through southern Richland County and northern Orangeburg County as well. Also got some nice shower activity just up here around Wadesboro, moving out of Charlotte, moving toward Albemarle. Got another little cluster of showers and storm, may move through later on this afternoon and evening. May produce a few more showers and storms through the remainder of the evening. So expect maybe some off and on rain showers through the remainder of the afternoon and evening hours for today across South Carolina and North Carolina and Georgia. Alright, here's a look at the weather radar across the nation. You can see here we got scattered activity over Maine. Here's that line of showers and storm with some special marine warnings along the coastal areas of South Carolina. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing over here in portions of Alabama and also into Georgia. Scattered activity in Arkansas. Got some scattered activity over here in Kansas and also in Nebraska. Got some ongoing warnings there as well. Got widespread showers and storm moving through northern Michigan, also in the portions of southeast Canada. Got some scattered activity over Minnesota with an ongoing severe thunderstorm warning there as well. Scattered activity over North Dakota. Scattered activity over Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California. A little bit more widespread over Arizona. We'll be moving into New Mexico later on this afternoon and evening. And scattered activity over Mexico and portions, northern Mexico. And also into New Mexico as well. And a little bit over Texas and also in Mississippi as well. Alright, let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. As you can see here, we got them severe thunderstorm warning for the Myrtle Beach area of South Carolina. Also, coastal marine special marine warnings along from Myrtle Beach around Wilmington, North Carolina, all the way down to the Charleston and Savannah region, be off the southeast coast. Also, we got a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for you guys up here in portions of Michigan, also in the Minnesota and a couple counties there in northeastern Iowa. Also another severe thunderstorm watch for southern Iowa, back into northwestern Missouri, northern Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. Excessive heat watches in effect for you guys in Oregon and northern California with some special weather statements there as well. Alright, we got some air quality alerts for portions of Colorado and also up into Michigan and northern Wisconsin. A few severe thunderstorm warnings there as well, and portions of Minnesota, also into portions of Nebraska there as well. Severe thunderstorm watch also has been posted for you guys down in southwestern Georgia and eastern Alabama for severe thunderstorm warnings, also ongoing for eastern Alabama. Also, we got heat advisory for you guys in much of Florida, southern Georgia, portions of Alabama, portions of Mississippi, much of Arkansas, southwestern Tennessee, southwestern Missouri, southeastern portions of Kansas, also portions of Oklahoma, west central Texas, and also southeastern portions of New Mexico. Got a flood watch there in effect for one county there in New Mexico. Excessive heat warning is also in effect for you guys in southern Texas, much of Texas. Also portions of eastern Oklahoma, all of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, much of Mississippi, much of Alabama, the Panhandle of Florida, southeastern Alabama, and portions of southeast Florida or eastern Florida as well. special weather statement for you guys here in portions of Alaska, and the Hawaiian chain island looks good, except one island got a little bit of gale warning for you guys there as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center. This is today's outlook. As you can see, we got a lot of marginal risk for severe weather extending in the southeast, back to portions of Arkansas, a little bit over Texas and Oklahoma. Got a big area of marginal and slight risk up here in portions of Minnesota, all the way down to portions of Kansas and Nebraska. Also in the portions of Arkansas and Tennessee, all the way back over to Michigan as well. And like I said, slight risk for southern South Carolina and southern Georgia. Alright, if you live in the, let's see, well, it ain't even showing it. But anyway, let's take a look at the tornado probability for today. If you live in Detroit, Michigan, Kansas City, Missouri, Toledo, Ohio, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, 2% risk for a tornado. Here's the categories. If you're in enhanced risk, this is in St. Joseph, Missouri, Leavenworth, Kansas, Xavier, Springfield, Missouri, Lansing, Kansas, and Mayfield, Missouri. Slight risk include Detroit, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Kansas City, Missouri, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, Missouri. Marginal risk, Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cleveland, Ohio, and Omaha, Nebraska. Let's take a look at the damage and winds for today. 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow. And if you're in the 15% area, this includes Detroit, Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Kansas City, Missouri, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, Missouri. That's the 15% risk. 5% includes Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cleveland, Ohio, Omaha, Nebraska. That's the 5% risk for damage and wind. Large hail, 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow, 30% in the red, and the significant severe weather. This includes Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas. 30% St. Joseph, Missouri, Leavenworth, Kansas, Xavier, Springfield, Missouri, Lansing, Kansas, and Maryville, Missouri. Also, a 15% risk include Kansas City, Missouri, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas. 5% risk includes Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Charlotte, North Carolina, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Cleveland, Ohio for today. That's for large hail. Alright, let's move on to your Saturday forecast. Alrighty. It's slowly coming up. Alright, we got a marginal risk, slight risk area extending from portion northeast all the way down into the portions of South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, all the way back into Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. Slight risk extending from portions of Indiana, Ohio, all the way to New York State. Marginal risk also included in portions of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas, and Colorado, and also up in North Dakota, and also Nebraska. Slight risk over portions of Oklahoma, North Texas. All right. If you live in New York, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cincinnati, Ohio, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Slight risk for severe weather on Saturday. If you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Baltimore, Maryland, Charlotte, North Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather. Saturday, tornado probability, 2% in the northeast. If you live in New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Newark, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Yonkers, New York, 2% risk for a tornado, damage and winds. 5% in brown, 15% in the yellow. If you live in New York, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cincinnati, Ohio, Newark, New Jersey, 15% for damage and winds. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Baltimore, Maryland, Charlotte, North Carolina, 5% risk for damage and wind. Take a look at the hail probability. We have 5% in brown, 15% in the yellow. And if you live in New York, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cincinnati, Ohio, Newark, New Jersey, 15% risk for large hail. And if you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Baltimore, Maryland, Charlotte, North Carolina, 5% risk for large hail. All right, let's move on to your Sunday forecast. Okay. All right, we got marginal risk, slight risk over portions of New Mexico all the way over to Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, all the way back up to Ohio. Slight risk over portions of Illinois, also into portions of Missouri, and also into Kansas. All right, if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Lincoln, Nebraska, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Missouri, slight risk for severe weather on Sunday. Marginal risk, Omaha, Nebraska, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Louisville, Kentucky, Del Monte, Iowa. That's a marginal risk. Probability, same areas, 15%. Kansas City, Missouri to Springfield, Missouri, surrounding areas, 5%. Includes Omaha, Nebraska to Del Monte, Iowa, and surrounding areas. For severe weather, look at your Monday forecast. This is day 5. 15% risk extending from West Virginia back through Kentucky and portions of Tennessee and also Ohio. If you live in Nashville, Tennessee, Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Fayetteville, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee, 15% risk for severe weather. On Monday, the marginal risk will be outlined in this area. So if anybody from New York to the Carolinas, Georgia, all the way down to Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and also back up toward Illinois, Iowa, and Ohio and Indiana. Marginal risk will outline this area, so you guys just be on the lookout. On day 3, when I show the forecast tomorrow, you should see the marginal risk outline, the 15% risk area. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Consider subscribing, love to have you, like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next video. Have a great one, everyone.